Welcome back to Life in Detail. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Sterling. Today, we're diving into a tough yet important topic: business failure.
That's right. We're discussing how to survive the aftermath of a startup failing and how to pivot to new opportunities.
It's a real struggle for many entrepreneurs. To kick things off, let's share a bit about our own experiences with failure.
Absolutely. I remember when my first startup crashed after just 2 years. I thought I was doing everything right.
What happened?
Well, a mix of poor market research and underestimating my competition. It was a hard pill to swallow.
Ouch. That sounds rough. But how did you bounce back from that?
I took a step back, reflected on my mistakes, and sought feedback from mentors. It was a humbling experience.
Mentorship can be invaluable. I had a similar experience with my startup. It was like I was living in a bubble, thinking everything was perfect.
It's easy to get caught up in that. What was your biggest mistake?
Ignoring customer feedback. I thought I knew what they wanted, but I was so off base.
It's a common trap. So how did you transition to your next project?
I started listening. I reached out to my previous customers, and their insights helped shape my new idea.
That's a great approach. Speaking of insights, we asked our listeners to share their stories about business failure and recovery.
Yes, let's dive into one of those. We have a story from Lisa, who started a tech company but faced a huge setback.
Right. She said, I thought I had a great product, but the launch didn't go as planned. I lost a lot of money and confidence.
But then she reflected on that failure and decided to re-enter the market with a new focus.
Exactly. She learned from her mistakes and now runs a thriving consulting business.
It's amazing how failure can be a stepping stone.
Yes. Another listener, Mark, told us his story of starting a food truck that failed after just a year.
Oh, I remember that. He mentioned how he didn't account for location and foot traffic.
Right, but he took that experience and pivoted to a catering business, which is now doing incredibly well.
It's inspiring. So, what's the takeaway for our listeners?
Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. It's not the end, but a chance to grow.
Exactly. And don't hesitate to seek help and feedback.
Well, that wraps up today's episode. Remember, every setback can lead to a new success story.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep pushing forward no matter the challenges.
Bye for now.
Bye.